So, my name is Putri Nur Zulaiha, and in this opportunity, I will present the analysis short story. Uh, and the title is Desires Baby by Kate Chopin by me, Putri Nur Zulaiha. And the background information for the for the author is Desire Baby is a short story by Kate Chopin. And she is the American author and novelist, famous for the early feminist novel in The Awakening, the 1899, and Kate Copin wrote The Desire Baby in 1892, and it was first published in Vogue magazine on January 1893 in 1894. And Desire Baby was published in Copin Books of Short Story by folk. And for the beginning is I will explain the plot structure, and the introduction is Madame Palfandi recalls how Desire was found as a baby, and she abandoned near the Falfandin plantation and adopted by Madame Falfonde, Madame Falmonde, and Desire grows up to be beautiful and kind, and after this, the Arman Albigiti falls passionately in love with her, and he, despite concern about her mysterious background, and they marry and live at Arman's plantation in Le Havre. And for the inciting incident is after Desire gives birth, Madame Palmonde visits and notices something unusual about the baby, and Armand is initially proud of his son. But as the baby grows, its mysterious heritage become undeniable, leading to tension. And for the recent action is Desire begins to notice change in Armand's behavior in her husband. He grows cold and distant, no longer showing affection for her for or to the child. Rumors and observation make it clear that the appearance against African ancestry, and Armand accuses Desire of not being white, devastating to her. And for the climax is Desire confronts Armand about his accusation, inciting that she is white and pointing to her fair skin. And however, Arman coldly dismisses her, desires write to her adoptive mother for confirmation of her heritage, and Madame Valmonde responds, urging her to return home with the baby. And for the following action is instead of going to Valmonde, Desire choose to disappear into the bayou with her baby, and she never returned again. And Arman, heartbroken but full of pride and anger, destroy all trace of desire destroy all trace of desire and their child, burning their belonging in a large bonfire. And for the resolution is while burning desired things, Armand finds a letter from his mother to his father. And the letter is reveals that Armand's mother was of African descent, meaning he, not desire, is the one with missed heritage. And for theme in this short story is a lot of theme in the short story. And like for example, like love. The love in the time is concerning love. The story explores passionate but fleeting romantic love versus a mother and wearing love, and conditional versus unconditional desires. Love depends on Armand profile, while her mother love is unconditionally, and mother's love also presented as the strongest enduring through hardship. And Racism and slavery, a racial obsession. The story criticized the society's extreme focus on race and prejudice against mixed race individuals, and the racism's impact, desire, tragic fate highlight the harmfulness of racial prejudice. And miscegenation is the story explores the taboo subject of interracial relationship. And for the setting of the Desires Baby, and the story is set in 19th century Louisiana on a French Creole plantation in is a library, and it is large, imposing estate surrounded by a lush swampy landscape. And the setting is described as both beautiful and ominous, reflecting the underlying themes of the story. And the bayou with its dark waters in the mysterious depth symbolize the unknown and the tragic fate of the desire and her child. And the POV on this short story is Kate Copin employs a third-person omniscient point of view, allowing readers to access the thoughts and feelings of multiple characters, particularly Madame Falfonde. And this narrative techniques provide crucial background information about design, mysterious origin, and the social context of the story. And for the character on the short story is consists of Desire Falmonde, and since the protagonist is beautiful and innocent and adopted by the Falmondes, origin unknown, represent the traditional feminine ideal dependent on the husband love and devastated by Armand's rejection. And for the Armand Aubigny is wealthy plantation owner, passionate but fickle, and initial love desires becomes cruel upon suspecting her race, represent traditional masculinity, dominant but prideful. And for the next is Madame Falmonde. This she is a desired adoptive mother, and she is kind and loving, unable to have biological children, and she's desired as a gift. And La Blanche is like skinny mixed race slave, and her son helped Desire discover her baby heritage. And the other is the Quadrant Boy, son of La Blanche, with skin similar to Desire's baby, and convincingly reveals the baby mixed race. And for the literal device is in the beginning of this baby is symbolism is the stone pillar symbolism symbolize the unknown and the constraints of societal expectation. And for the foreshadowing is the early mention of desires unknown heritage hints at the central conflict of the story. And the simile is Captain uses vivid simile to describe Armand passionate love and its destructive nature. And for the foreshadowing, desire is associated with whiteness and light. The Falcone feel her as a gift from Providence and an idol, and she wears soft white muslins and lace. And she has brown hair, gray eyes, and fair skin. She's whiter than Armand. And the sun's rays bring out a golden gleam in her grave. And for the next is Arman is associated with blackness or darkness, and his place is black like a coal and branches shadowed like a pole. And he has a dark, handsome face, and the very spirit of Satan seemed to be operating in him. And his skin is darker than desires. And in this, I want to make a summary of my short story is in and the story is set in Louisiana and explores themes of race, love, identity, and societal prejudice. And social prejudice. And Desire is a young woman of unknown parentage and adopted and raised by Madame Valmonde. And after this, she marries Armand Aubigny, a wealthy plantation owner, and they have a baby. And over time, the baby appearance reveals mixed racial heritage, leading Armand to accuse Desire of being part black. And since after this the Desire is heartbroken, and after this Desire left with her baby and disappears, and the later is Armand discovered that it is he, not Desire, who has African ancestry after she find the letter. And this, and I think is enough for my presentation of the short story Desire Baby by Kate Copin.